Hey everybody, I'm Sam.
I'm Adol.
And I'm Will, and we are
Working Title! Skull!
Completely missed that time. My flank is dead. I didn't.
I just stabbed Will with my shield.
Dang it. Boys, we are back with Vinland Saga. This is season 1. I think it's episode
8, it's right
8?
up there.
Is
I
it 8?
don't know what it's called.
What is it called?
Beyond the Edge of the Sea.
Oh, nice.
Dude. Attack on Titan.
Last on, we had our first technical siege against Francia. We had Toadman lose all his gold to the almighty Escalade.
And our pirate Viking crew.
Yes.
Yep. Accompanied by the Mushroom King and the vengeful child, Thorfinn.
Mushroom King.
He just eats mushrooms all the time. He's the Mushroom King. Thorfinn accomplished his goal. He beheaded the leader of Francia's army.
With the helmet attached.
And he swam back to the boat against Askeladd's desires. And Askeladd said, we're going to pause the fight because we're getting shot at.
Yeah.
And he's probably going to keep on
pushing it back, procrastinating.
Pausing it because he's a shady fella, even though I like him.
True.
And that's where we're left off.
But guys, if you enjoy this content, make sure you leave a like, punch that subscription button, notification bell's right there. Leave a comment down below about what you thought of our reaction to the episode 8 of Vinland Saga. And leave a comment about what you thought about this episode. If you want to see the show 1 week in advance, check out the Patreon. It's in the description. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is also in there, and there might be something else. I don't know.
And guys, it's not a market substitute. If y'all want to watch Vinland Saga, go on whatever anime streaming service you prefer. Come back to YouTube, watch Working Titles reaction, hit the like video, and we're gonna punch it. Bah!
Also, it's okay. You can turn it up now. I'm just doing the muffle effect for everything.
Ah! It's a warship. Gorum, hurry.
Is it ours?
Askeladd.
So
Oh, it's coming
know
back
it.
with people.
Yeah.
They're coming back with treasures. Another year. He's just waiting to kill him.
See, he's gonna want to kill him. Oh wait. See, here's the issue. He's gonna want to kill the leader, and the leader's gonna have to explain to him that you can't kill the guy who's gonna be providing for everybody. So he's like, why don't you kill me in like 10 years when I'm useless to society,
Or
kid?
just kill him and dip.
Yeah, but that's dishonorable. You have to have somebody rule.
Yeah, they're Vikings. They
Right.
don't give a fuck about honor.
Exactly.
Ragnar took over the position when the one guy died.
He was a rare person.
Yeah, but like, come on. I'm hoping Thorfinn's like, it can't happen. Gotta fill the void.
Wasn't it you who said Ragnar is not known if he's a real person or not?
He's like, there's more folklore
Folklore?
than there is factual history. He's more of a figure that people claim to like be a descendant of. So it's like up in the air of like
Whether he was real or not.
whether he's real. It's like this embodiment of something you want to claim to be from.
I follow something on Instagram called Viking Brand, and they posted a video of a stone wall that is dedicated to Ragnar Lothbrok. And it has some writing on it.
I mean, but think of it. If you want to like seize power, you all talk about some man that you all think is amazing and was like, if like you don't document history and you want to like have a power grab, all of a sudden all these families are going to be like, oh yeah, that guy we talk about all the time that from like legend, it's my family line or my family line. I mean, it could be like that. I just know that Ivar and all those guys aren't related, so there's obviously inconsistencies.
The children.
Also, in the intro, did you notice that Thorfinn is charging at Escalade in the snow?
Yeah. Well, we're heading
November.
into winter. We're heading into winter.
Yeah. Wow, this is just like
That sounds like one of our people. Sounds like Jean.
That's what I was gonna say too.
fuck you. Yeah. Ligma.
Ligma.
Ligma ball.
This is just like Ponytail Boy from Snow Place.
Iceland.
Yeah.
いくよせーの
Wait,
Oh my God.
that is one
Peggy Carter.
strong lady.
かわいいね。ほら、
Oh.
お土産の首飾りだよ。
Oh, I didn't even notice the big woman. I was just like
Yeah.
looking at the horde of people.
Here's Gorm.
女より真面目な話じゃ。ちゃんと聞かんか。いや、全部で121枚と。また金勘定かよ。今年は豚が値上がりした。毎日豚を
Inflation.
さらにビールは別料金で、それに宿代と薪代を加えて。おじき、心配するな。
Uncle.
Man, imagine still having to pay for a house that you probably built by hand
Yeah.
in this society.
ひふみ。おじき、そんなに金が好きか。嫌いなやつがおるか。
Good point.
見てるだけで気持ちが明るくなる。
Not him.
これ、ホルザランド。何したの？
Borderland.
はよ、ワインを持ってこんか。
Oh, please don't be a slave.
やれやれ、困った女だ。
I'm thinking potential love interest.
あの奴隷女。
That's slave.
God damn it.
ノルウェーの土地の名だ。ああ。
Love interest for Thorfinn?
漁師の血筋らしいが、戦に負けてお家が滅んだとか。
Yikes.
まったく、お嬢様育ちは気ぐらいばかり高くて役に立たん。立ち会いに頼んでもいいかな。晩飯前に決闘の予約が入ってさ。
Okay, so we are getting one.
役に立たないのは奴隷のせいじゃないぜ。あんたの使い方が下手なんだよ。なんじゃと？ どんなやつにでも
Yeah.
上手に使うコツってのが
With the right approach.
Alright, it's time. Let's
think?
get this. Pop off.
I mean, this could be like a thing where it's like we get multiple attempts at a duel, and every
Oh,
time
for sure.
Askeladd just whoops his ass and doesn't kill him.
Oh, for sure. In the name of Odin.
Double knives every time.
I love his chest plate. It looks like Roman.
They could have stole it from the Empire,
What was left of it?
essentially.
I want a braided beard.
お前、背伸びたな。年なんぼになった。
He's not even gonna answer. He's just gonna go for the kill.
いや、まだお前こんくらいの。
Oh! He closed the gap.
It's good form.
Damn.
It's good form, kid. You gotta talk. Wow.
強くなったな。
Yes. The strong child.
Oh, some Arya shit? Oh. No way.
Wait, he knows when he grabs him, it's over?
I don't know.
He got shook
was-
just
that
for
was
his
weird.
hand grabbing his wrist.
I don't know what that's about. That's weird.
Yeah.
I don't get
Does he
it.
have a trick up his sleeve?
Maybe he just knows that he's like physically more capable than him.
A true
Ask
warrior
him.
doesn't need to use weapons.
Yeah. Oh,
Something
yeah.
about using your hands.
Oh boy.
なんつったかな。
Oh, what a dick, man.
と。
He's getting under his
Oh,
skin.
Towards.
トールズ。そうそう。いかんな。年取ると物忘れがな。
He's gonna get under his skin. Don't fall for it, kid.
いや、
Oh,
でも
yeah,
さ
he will.
Yeah.
思い出せないんだよ。君の父上。
What a horrible thing to say.
本当に殺したかな。トーリルさんを。
Said Toro.
Come on, kid.
貴様はあの時、俺を。 ああ、はいはい、思い出した。ガキの命と引き換えに剣を捨てたあのバカだ。
Come on. Yeah, this fight's over.
He's just gonna grab his hand. Yep. See, done.
Control your emotions, dog.
Don't break
Oh,
his
the
arm.
arm.
Don't break his arm.
I kind of want him to
Don't
do
do
it.
it. No, I can't. handle
It's
that.
better than dying. Do it.
修行が足りないぜ、ボーイ。
Yep.
Oh! I felt it going too,
Yeah.
man. Damn.
ベオラ、肩入れといて。あ、いいよ。
Sure.
Throw your dagger at him with the other hand.
ああ、そうだ。
Right in the ankle or something. Do it. Come on.
羊の胸肉食いてえな。香草焼きて。
Dang, bro. Yeah, we're gonna get like 70 of those, I feel like.
Yeah.
I do get scared every time the mention of like a knife throw, because I forget that he's good at that.
待ってました。
Alright, Choji.
船の見張りはもう受けたぜ。トルフィンが変わりたくねえとさ。ああ、負けるといじける例のやつか。
Of course he
ああいう
is.
ところ。
あそこが落ち着くんだろ。もともとはあいつの親父の船だからな。
Oh, that was his dad's one.
Well, at least
Dang.
put some of the tapestry of like the sail or something over top it, man.
Man, that looked like ribs right off the fucking bone, dude.
感動したっす。あんなガキ船に乗せてやばくないっすか。寝込みを襲われでもしたら。
That's what we've said.
I mean, he won't do that.
あれにあんなことはできねえよ。あ、
No honor.
やつは一応選手だからね。正々堂々一騎打ちで勝たないと嫌なのさ。
Oh, poor girl.
またお前か、ホルザー。勝たんか、こののろまめ。よくわかりませんけど、プライドもなく生きるくらいなら自殺しますけどね、俺は。見てみろ。ひでえざまだぜ、あれや。いい加減、俺の自覚を持たんか。
Damn.
金の奴隷が無知持って金で買った奴隷に囚人面してやがんの。自覚がないだけなのさ。人間はみんな何かの奴隷だ。
Facts.
Can they go on?
Poor kid.
いじけてるな。
Bjorn.
Tors.
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not like his dad.
Mm-hmm.
父上。
Oh, it's kid him.
Oh!
I knew that was gonna happen. Dang it! Oh, poor guy.
泣き虫け虫。仕返ししたいか。俺の子だからな。仕返しすんなって言っても無駄だろうし。
Yeah.
Yeah. No surprise there.
ああ、言っただろう。お前には敵などいない。誰にも敵などいないんだ。
This music is amazing.
本当の戦士には剣など。
Ooh, who's that? I was
Yeah,
gonna
I
say the
knew
girl.
it.
The girl. Checking up on him.
Love interest. Oh, does she bring him food?
Poor thing.
Oh.
ゴルム様があなたに食事を持ってけって。
Of all the yummy options you go for the bread,
The
dude,
bread
what
first.
fuck?
The bread
There was a
first.
slice of pie in
I
there.
saw some stuff that's gonna get cold real quick. What the
Sausage.
heck? Share some blanket with her.
Cuddle space, you know?
君も奴隷なの？
俺は戦士だ。あんたと違って飯を食う場所を自由に選べる。
でもなんだか君、私と同じって感じが
She's
する
smart.
から。
She sees it, you don't, man.
奴隷の気持ちなんて知るか。
俺があんただったらゴレムを殺して逃げる。追っても全員殺す。
そんな殺すなんて。
なら一生奴隷でいればいい。あんたの勝手だ。
海の彼方まで逃げ切ったら、そこには何があるのかしら。
Vinland. You go to Vinland. You escape and you start anew.
何もないわね。どこまで行ってもここと同じ。戦と奴隷商人がいるだけ。
Yeah.
Yeah.
はるか西、海の向こうに
Ah,
フィン
Vinland.
ランドという名の
Yeah.
土地がある。そこは暖かく
It's warm
豊かで、
and
奴
fertile.
隷商人も戦の炎も届かない遠い地。そこなら誰も追ってはこれない。
そんなところが本当に。
I don't know.
Hopefully.
What's happening?
Winter's rolling in, man. Flashback.
Whoa! Hey, it's the person from the.
The Valkyrie.
Yeah, the intro.
What if that's her in the future?
Or his sister.
Yeah.
Thor's sister.
10,
been a year.
Denmark.
デンマーク各地より各部族の精鋭たち集結しつつあります。加えて我らヨウム戦士団4
Oh, isn't this
馳せ参じております。
Floki?
この手
Oh,
の
no.
大攻勢にあたり
Or yeah, isn't that Floki?
事件降臨
What?
Oh, is that?
Yeah, that's fuck.
Okay, Floki.
The king.
ようやくだ。イングランドの不遜な輩どもに
English
王の力を
scoundrels.
示さねばならぬ。
Yeah.
してクヌート
Canute!
あやつは来ておるな。は殿下もすでにイエリングに入られご出陣に向け英気を養われているとのこと。
He's.
陛下やはりお考えは
They probably don't know it's
A
a
female.
female.
Ragnar.
何もおそらなら殿下は
Is his brother?
戦場でのご経験も浅くラグナルよよとてクヌートの身は案じておる。だが我らはバイキングの長武勇を示さねば民は従わぬ。明朝出航する。
Nice.
Canute.
Is this like a Mulan thing happening right now? You know?
Look at the 3D there.
Looks cool.
October.
Well, the bridges.
There's the guy from the intro.
Oh! My God!
Pop off.
Oh, his hand!
Oh, he's fighting for London. Oh my gosh.
Damn.
Dude looks too much like Ascalon. Hold on, give me 1 second. The Battle of London's next. Hype. Hype City.
Hype City, bitch.
That was episode 8. I forgot the name already.
Place Beyond the Sea?
Place Beyond the Sea.
Yeah. I think the episode started coming to the like touchdown point for
Yeah, sailing
Asgard's
back to their
encampment.
village.
Yeah, his village.
Met
his uncle, Gorm.
Yeah. Of which he's like
The master of the
banker,
land or
master of
something?
coin,
Yeah.
basically. Like,
I think it's just like the leader of the village itself.
yeah, takes care of the income, the financial support and status of the people. But yeah, pretty much just the record holder of everything that comes and goes from the town. Yeah, that's you think he is the leader? I would.
Yeah.
I feel that's an interesting role for like leader. It's
If you're obsessed with money,
Yeah,
it's not
I
that
guess.
interesting. It's not
Yeah.
that out. not that far out there.
Yeah,
which
outlandish, yeah.
I feel like most leaders that you see in that time are obsessed with money, but also like on a low like village level.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like you're gonna have like, it's not like we're talking about Game of Thrones. There's a kingdom. It's like you're the master of ships and you're the master of war. It's like gonna be one fucking dude. It's like my nephew who's good at fighting. He's in charge of fighting. You pay me, so we're all safe. Like
It's like the Earl in
Yeah.
season 1 of Vikings.
Yes.
So Askeladd's his nephew?
yes.
Okay.
But yeah.
We got the introduction to a new character as well. The girl, what is her name?
Hordaland.
Hordelot?
Hordaland.
That's
It's where she's from.
yeah. That's
But
what
he
they call
calls her for short Horda.
Okay. So
So she probably has
It's
a
a
real
weird
name.
name.
That we'll
She
learn
was
eventually.
her family was rich and noble, but that something happened and
They
he said
lost
they
the
crumbled
battle.
or they went into ruin.
They lost a battle, and she was like a
slave.
a
pretty
prophet
common.
from the war.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's pretty common. Like if a family wants to be able to still maintain something from a loss, they generally are like forced to give up, like somebody who's like would have inherited, as pretty much a way of like
Ensuring
submissiveness and insurance that they won't strike again or something. They won't retaliate because the girl's now over here, which means as far as like servitude goes, she's probably like life-wise safe, I would say, because that would give up, assuming her family's still alive, that would, killing her would take away that like their protection of their own land. So
So you're saying she's a hostage?
she
In a
could
sense.
be.
That's
Like
what-
they're
in a
calling her a
sense.
slave, but she could very well be a hostage. Is what I'm
Okay.
saying. I'm not sure the specifics if her family's even alive. I'm just saying if she's noble, a lot of times you don't kill the entire noble family because it could cause like an even greater war that you didn't want
Yeah.
and retaliation. But she would be the insurance that doesn't happen. Hortland.
Askeladd and his uncle kind of discussed how he treats Hordaland, and kind of like he brings up later in the episode about
Yeah.
how he doesn't really like
And that was interesting. His uncle's not really a master, even though he's the master here. He
like
said.
he
He
bought
said
her.
he's the slave.
Yeah, he bought her, and he's not really her master in anything other than he spent the money for it.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have like actual control over her.
I thought that was interesting.
Whereas like he even said like in the beginning when they had first met, he said like, oh, you just don't know how to like, I forget the exact wording.
You're not using her in the right
properly
way.
managed.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're not
Person.
properly managed. That's what I was thinking, and then it flashed to Thorfinn because clearly like there's like a long game of like playing Thorfinn to be Askeladd's tool.
It's
you
how
know?
you approach it or something.
I mean, the scenario doesn't have to be for like the slave person. Like it can be easily applied to like a king for his like
Subjects.
subjects.
Right.
That's such a weird term, but like yeah, like just people you rule over, you know.
Yeah.
And like based on, however you like approach it, of either people could rule you or you could rule the people.
Yeah.
Or if you do it well enough, you don't really have to rule over them. You can be one of them, but they will respect you in a way that they listen and do what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the point he was making is basically he's more of a servant to money than she is a servant to him, or a slave to, same word, but put in slave instead. He is a slave to money. Basically saying like he spends too much time consuming his life under the world's because like he can't control inflation. Like he basically works around how money works in general. Like he can never control the idea of what money is and what it becomes to people in general.
Yeah. And it also relates to Thorfinn because he's consumed by his revenge.
Yeah.
Too. Like
Yeah.
as he's talking about the uncle, he's also describing Thorfinn of how he can't get past his own revenge and his own pride and honor to like do something with his life essentially, or get past the, you know. But that's the funny thing though, is like even though you're saying that like earlier, like he's not necessarily treating Thorfinn like a slave, You know, that's what you were saying, right? Like him and Horland aren't exactly the same, but when Horland comes back around later, she looks at him and she's like, "You're definitely a slave, right?" Like, because it's not just that he might not like be chained up and be like, "Hey, Thorfinn, you have to do this or I'm going to beat you up." He's still enslaved in mind state to the idea of the revenge, but also to Askeladd. I mean, does whatever he says. Askeladd's like, go sit over there and just stare at a wall. Or, hey, you go be the scout and do the most dangerous thing. You'll probably die. And Thorfinn does it.
Yeah.
Regardless of his wishes, because he's a slave to wanting to get that revenge for his father.
Yeah, you can sway him to do whatever. Because he'll easily think that he's getting what he wants. Which
really makes Askeladd his master at the end of the day.
Essentially.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot to talk about. This.
No.
As a whole, you know, the one thing I was thinking, they're already kind of jumping into like the territory of what this means. Well, let me better describe that. In a show, sometimes you don't know what the message is necessarily right off the bat. Sometimes they fill you with so much stuff that you don't necessarily focus on what the message of the story is.
Yeah.
I feel like this show is like the opposite. It's like every other episode you're like only just being given the message of the episode.
Yeah.
And so there's not really like a lot to like wonder about. Like you're not really left wondering about what you just watched. I guess that criticism means that it's a little too upfront about like what the overall theme is, where I guess I would prefer it to be a little bit hidden away. Like you have to kind of read through the lines of what's happening, where like the whole dialogue is essentially them just saying like the stuff that viewers would want to think about on their own time, which I guess is fine, but it makes me wonder like what then, like is the point of showing the theme openly as they did now insinuating that like next episode Thorfinn's gonna stop trying to do it, because as Adams pointed out, he might be fighting him in the winter, which is very soon coming up because we're in November now, right? Did you say November? Yeah. So, I mean, that could even be this month.
Well, it also, at the end of the episode, jumped to August with the Denmark.
A full year went around.
A year went around.
Never mind. So I don't know what to, like... Once again, this is like a really hard show to like figure out like what the next territory is that we're jumping into.
What's the next point?
Yeah, they're jumping around a lot and like moving from one thing to another, so it is kind of hard to like pinpoint where we're being led to
and where Thorfinn fits into it.
Yeah, because it's like I mean, we get the idea that like. I mean, one thing I appreciate actually a lot about this episode is that we went back to the idea of Vinland, because I was like, well, I guess that's
that was cool.
I guess that's just like fucking dead.
Yeah,
dead mission.
Yeah, I guess that's just a dead mission. It seemed like the cool idea in the beginning of the episode, and then it all just like went astray when Floki arrived and everything changed. But now we actually have like that still in the back of the mind, and it seems like that's still in Thorfinn's mind of somewhere where he wants to be. And even like his like moment of talking with his father, which was kind of cool. Like
I enjoyed that.
Like who am I even kidding? I can't even tell you. I don't even know what to say, because I can't tell you don't seek revenge because you're my son. You're gonna do whatever you want anyways.
Yeah.
And that he has to just like figure it out on his own. Which is, I feel like that's ultimately what this journey is gonna be, is Thorfinn coming to the same conclusion that Thors did, but maybe at a much younger age, or really fighting through it at a younger age than what Thors had to do. Because it seemed like Thors was a grown man, like, tapped out with life by the time it was like, I don't want to be murdering people anymore. I've slain 100,000. Whereas Thorfinn might come to the conclusion earlier. Who knows, but...
Yeah.
He's got to kill Askeladd first. Do you think he's actually going to do it? Like, if you had to put your money on it right now, on what the show is going to happen.
Will Thorfinn kill Askeladd?
Yes. Or do you think they'll pull, like, some...
Askeladd
dies in battle and Thorfinn's, like, upset about it, or Thorfinn does the mercy kill to, like, take the credit for it, or, like, what do you think?
That's what I feel is always most likely in all these kind of shows.
Yeah.
I just don't want it to be that because I feel like it's so on it's so obvious.
Been done so much.
It's been done so much.
It's not that satisfying either.
I kind of just want them to forget and move on. Honestly, like personal choice. And like I feel that way the most this episode when they were fighting, because like I enjoyed Askeladd far more than Thorfinn during the fight, even though he's insulting, because like he doesn't like whether he means the insults or not, like he's just like
he's outsmarting him.
No, it's not even that. I mean, in battle, yes, in the immediacy, that's what's happening, but like everything he's saying is like this doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like it's just like, oh yeah, that guy. Like he doesn't care about it. Like it's so out of his like
realm of thinking.
It's also just like Askeladd is also like a very observant character. Like there's more going on in his mind than just the outward appearance he shows, which is like very clear in the dinner scene.
Yeah.
When he's like kind of laughing off. Like he's I don't know if he's intentionally doing it, like making Thorfinn a slave, or if Thorfinn's more the one becoming the slave naturally because of the position he wants to be in with Norse culture. Like he wants to be honorable, so he's doing this whole thing. Or like I don't know, like do you feel like Askeladd, like his point in all of this of like the continual defeats for Thorfinn is to hopefully get Thorfinn to the point where Thorfinn like stops caring about the revenge? Like do you think that's Askeladd's hope, and like but he wants the kid to come to his own conclusion on it?
I mean, I feel like it's kind of like Askeladd trying to use what he can of. I feel like it's like two things. I feel like one, he's just using the kid to use him because he's a strong kid.
Right.
But I think it's also like
he doesn't care about him.
Get him. Yeah, I don't even know if I necessarily think that he doesn't care about him. I mean, care about him in what sense? We're in a Viking culture where people generally don't care about.
It's just he's just like another one of his goons who does what he says, really.
Yeah, but he like his core like if it was really that, if he didn't mean anything to him at all, he would have just killed him. When
I was gonna say he wouldn't have been spending all this time. Like it's just once again a dead mission. Like there's some reason that like
he sees talent in him, so he's just gonna use it.
Yeah, but like you wouldn't know that a 5-year-old is talented. Like he's committed into. Granted, he saw the fire in the kid of surviving in the woods after all that time. Because originally he said, just let him, die on the boat back there. But he didn't die, and then Askeladd saw something in him that he wants. So, like, and I also don't even necessarily see it as, like, a slave thing of, like, oh, I'm going to use this kid. But almost in a weird, twisted master-apprentice type of deal. Yeah. Like, him wanting him to achieve something or help Askeladd with something in the long run. I don't know. It's tough to figure out like what we're supposed to glean from it all, just because there's not a lot given. I think that's my only gripe with the show is that sometimes I feel like in the 30 minutes there's not a lot given to like what's happening. It's like a fight scene, a jump 5 years, and then a quick little like conversation about what the theme of the episode is in this. Yeah. And then it's like, oh, look at Thorfinn being a little angry brat in the corner.
Yeah, I mean, like the only scene I really enjoyed, like I thought the episode was okay overall, but like the moment I enjoyed was the dinner scene with like him him talking to that kid who's trying to
be a sailor and why he lets Thorfinn stick around.
And talking about like.
Why don't you just kill? Oh yeah, why don't you just kill him?
The warrior thing, like the kid's a warrior. He's not gonna do what is unhonorable. I don't know. I'm just confused by the end of the episode.
Yeah.
I did like the reference to everybody's a slave to something though. Like that idea and that theme, which is pretty much the whole theme of this show. The whole theme of this episode is that
slaves.
Thorfinn's a slave to revenge. There are physical slaves in the show that are subject to other people's rule. People are subject to money. People are subject to wanting to be a part of war.
Anger.
I mean, the Viking culture in general is, in a sense, a slave to their mentality. In a way, like they fashion their lives based off the standards that the Vikings before them set.
And even like the king and Canute, they're a slave to having to go to battle for no reason other than the fact of trying to get their people to keep in line and, you know, follow them to the ends of the earth.
Yeah, and that scenario, I mean, I want to see where that plays out, but I don't really know, like, what it's going to involve. So is that is that war that we were looking at? Is that, like, the thing that the king was, like, we got told about in the first 2 episodes?
Yeah.
Yeah, Floki.
Yeah. Like, that they're all prepping to go against...
Well, they already
some
went.
issue.
They already went. They were at England, and then they left because it was winter. Winter was coming up. And so now they've, like, reassembled the troops, brought some of the Yams Vikings that, like, Tor's was part of. Floki's there. Apparently now Ragnar and Canute and
who's the
King Sven or or whatever, who's, like, the wart-faced king.
Yeah, and Canute is his son or something.
Yeah.
Brother?
Yeah, they said they were brothers.
Oh, okay.
I'm interested, honestly. That's my...
Well, he's supposed to succeed.
A brother can still succeed if you don't have kids.
I was gonna say that the one thing I keep on going back and forth for the show is like trying to find like what's gonna be my interest. Like I go into like these like feels of like I'm interested, then I'm disinterested.
Yeah.
My intention's there, and then it's not there. I don't know what it is. I don't know necessarily why that is. I will say the biggest interest I have going forward is more of Askeladd. More of the Hordaland. I would like to know a little bit more about her. I think that's like a potential for like fun story.
Love interest.
I like the character. I mean, that's the thing. I feel like everything doesn't need to be turned into love kind of stuff. Like I could be that, but like it would just be nice to like have a female character that can coexist in a show with a boy character and not have to just be purely like romantic or sexual or anything like that. Because it's just like so. I mean, that's every story. I just want. I think it'd be cool to just have independence between the two, but still have a cool story. I just get bored when it just immediately is like the first thing is like sexual tension or just romantic interest. And also the other female character, who I'm gonna call the Valkyrie from now on.
Yeah.
The Valkyrie.
Canute?
If that is Canute. I mean,
I think it is.
They didn't explicitly say that's
I'm
who
just
it is.
I'm just assuming it is.
Yeah, well.
Every time they talked about Canute, they flashed them.
Yeah. So I'm interested in that character because I think it's pretty tough. She'll be a radical character for these people.
Yeah.
I like when things could get into the mix like a female warrior and just shake up a bunch of men. I feel like that'll be fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if she just tanks most of them. I'm ready for that.
Yeah.
That's exciting because
just from the intro, she looks like a powerful character.
Yeah, well, yeah. That kind of power, especially being with a woman, is something that'll be super radical for the show. And it will give, like, some excitement for me.
Yeah.
I like when there's conflict, and I feel like there's not really a lot of conflict happening right now, or a lot of different opinion.
Yeah.
I feel like most of the people... I mean, Thorfinn doesn't even have necessarily a different opinion. He just comes from a different sect of people that are fighting, but not, like, ideology-wise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What is Askeladd's role? Is he involved in this war that's happening?
I don't
know.
Or is he just a merc?
I don't think they're really
I thought
attached.
he was just a merc.
I think they're their own group.
Yeah, they're just
pirate
Vikings.
Disassociated Viking group, really.
Yeah.
Not involved.
So then, so what's his story going to be then? That he's just I'm in it for the war and the treasure? Or?
It'd be even better if he's not really attached to the bigger scheme, and
I mean,
people have gripes with that. Maybe who knows?
Do we even think this side of this story, Askeladd and Thorfinn, is even going to be part of this war? Or are we now getting 2 stories?
Well, what would be cool is, like, you know how Ragnar would go on missions with people, but he wouldn't necessarily do it to fit into... Like, the whole point of this episode is, like, the slave thing. It would be rather hypocritical of him to, like, just make the open statement about how everybody's a slave to something unless he's referring to himself too, but, like, unless he's not living in that mindset. Like, if he detached... Like, he does the Viking things like Ragnar did in our show, but he doesn't do it to check the marks of being a Viking. He's doing it to just do what his friends want. Like, he wants to satisfy his friends. He wants his family to be happy. He's not really doing it to be like the Viking. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like Ragnar never did the pillaging to do the pillaging. He did it because he wanted to be a good leader for people, but he doesn't necessarily enjoy that.
Yeah.
Like Askeladd's smiling, but like he's also helping his society out. So it'd be cool if like Askeladd's take in this show, like going forward, is kind of being that role where it's like he just watches everything more from an outside lens, even though he's inwardly, physically taking a role for the society. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I guess it's the mentally he's free, but physically he's just filling the role for people.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Just like Ragnar was filling a role, even though mentally he was checked out and somewhere else. And everything he saw was not how the people around him saw things.
Askeladd 2.0 looks fucking cool. Can't wait to see him throw axes through another 20 guys' head.
The other guy.
He literally just looks like Askeladd.
It's the guy who struck through the nest and hit four
Thor,
dudes at the beginning of the first episode.
Yeah.
That guy. It's the big dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He cut 4 heads off in the mast.
I hope that'd be nice if he's like a fun character. I've seen him on most of the promotional art, so I'm assuming he's gonna be a pretty fun role for us.
Why? Okay, this is just my gripe. Why, artistically, do you make, or stylistically, whatever you want to say, why do you make a character that looks exactly like Askeladd, but is not Askeladd?
Man.
He literally looks exactly like him, like goatee and everything, except for the headband and his hair's pointy and sticks up. Whatever.
Vikings look the same.
He's not a Viking.
And
The
what are you
dude with
talking
the dude with who threw the axe.
Yeah.
Was he not with Thor's though?
He's a Viking. He's
Yeah.
just he's a hire for London. That's what I was saying. I think he's a hire for London, but he's
I don't
a
remember
Viking.
him from the first episode. I'm not gonna lie to you.
He's
so.
the dude who
He's
cut
the big guy.
4 people's
I know.
heads off in the mast.
I know what you're talking about. I just don't remember seeing. Him.
Okay.
So
He's a big fucking dude.
He was literally
He's
like
taller than
He
Taurus.
was like 2 feet taller than Taurus.
Yeah. He's massive.
crazy.
Yeah. I don't know.
We're here.
We're here.
But we were talking about beards at the start of the episode, so if you want to hear about that, I'm inserting right here because we closed out on that note.
The beard.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Yeah, that's fine.
I shaved my neck so you couldn't see. There's like a trifecta right here where it just doesn't grow.
A trifecta? What's a trifecta?
3. Triangle.
3.
I don't know what a trifecta is.
What? It just makes me laugh. It's a trifecta. What's a trifecta? 3 triangle? I don't fucking know.
Isn't it?
I don't know.
What is it?
The only time I ever hear people use the word trifecta is when you're saying like 3 things.
Yeah, so 3 dots underneath my chin don't grow fucking facial hair.
Oh, I thought you were saying it's a triangle under my facial hair.
It kind of is. It's literally, I could put all my fingers like this on it. Like the Predator's fucking laser shoulder cannon thing. And then nothing grows here. Dude.
Yeah,
Dude. Nothing grows here.
That's fine. You just look like Orlando Bloom most of the time anyway.
The grind for the beard has begun.
I know.
I'm excited.
I'm at a great pace.
I'm excited. I haven't had a long beard since like pre-quarantine.
I'm not like, I'm only trimming the shit like up here. Like, I'm letting this go
Yeah,
fully
I have
in.
like a damn mole over here that always grows hair and I have to pluck it.
I do too.
This
one.
I'm trimming this though. I hate my sideburns. I hate when they like today. Like I knocked it back to like a 10, so it keeps this short.
So you're gonna let it grow long down here?
Yeah, I'll let it grow everywhere but like my side beard.
Oh, it's like a freaking horse, man.
It's insane.
It's
I'm so jealous.
No. I tried, when I ate wings at Green Turtle, it just like slops onto the mustache. I can't even avoid it now. But
One of you walked in with food on the one side of your mouth. I just completely forgot to say something.
Whoa, which one?
I think it was him.
Oh damn!
Well, I mean, your mustache would be covering it. I'm
No,
sorry,
now
it
that
was
you mention-
orange.
Now that you mention it, I think I did see it too, and just
Yeah.
it didn't hit my mind.
Yeah, same.
Damn.
Like,
See,
it
like
kinda
that's the
just
thing that
became
sucks about
subconscious.
beards. Like I literally. That's crazy because I before I came in, I like brushed my beard, combed it, and everything. How did I not get that out?
Maybe it's the oatmeal cream.
Oh, you know what? Actually, it's probably that.
It's probably that.
It's a like beard moisturizer that I.
That's
put
what I
in.
need
That's most likely.
I
what
thought
it
I
is.
had oil and I don't. I need to invest because it itches here. Does nothing grow there?
Here.
Yeah.
Yeah, not really. I get like it's a little bit on my lip, but it's really not much. Like I cut this because it actually honestly it probably grows less than yours. What you have right there.
I had an art teacher call this a soul patch.
Soul patch, yeah. Like I don't really grow my soul patch at all.
Like yours, and yours
Mine
connects.
Mine gets really long. Sometimes it flicks out when I go to It's really annoying. It'll be doing that in the next
Weren't
one.
you going for at one point? You wanted the mountains facial hair. You wanted it up here, like
The
his-
hound.
The hound. I'm
doesn't
sorry.
grow his chin hair. His he lets
Cheek.
it all come out.
Yeah, his
I don't
cheek.
know. I don't know if I like
Joe
it.
Budden. Please look up what a picture of Joe Budden looks like.
Also,
Not now, not now.
what would if he shaved his mustache in like this section off? Would that be mutton chops on him, or is mutton chops
Saber
strictly
tooth.
down here?
Saber tooth. It's munchai. It's not.
You look
Yeah.
tough like that.
Yeah, mine just doesn't connect as well, like right here. Like, I mean, it's there.
It looks
but,
like a different part, a different section.
You're telling me it doesn't connect at all.
I mean, mine connects. It's just not a thick connection right there.
You can tell this side of my face is a lot thicker than this side because it starts to slow grow over here. It's just bare. I hate it.
Mine is you can't see it too, but this is the upper half's lighter than the bottom.
No, I can see it on both sides of your face. My dad had a beard for 25 years. I can't grow that. He had a mustache when he was 16.
I'm probably putting all this in the conversation in the post talk so that people can just hear us talk about beards.
Sure.
Even though this is in the beginning. So I guess that's what we end on. So guys, if you like this video, make sure to leave a like. Make sure you subscribe. Leave a comment down below if you want to check out more Vinland Saga. Check out the Patreon if you want to see these a week in advance. And for the time being, we're gonna punch it.
Bah!